Hi there, it is Sunday and it is time for my mental health vlog. As you can see, we've been decorating. I have my Disney villainess tree up. I put it up every year in my office and it brings me a lot of joy. It is full of nothing but Disney villains, Disney female villains, because they're the bad girls that I love. So yay, my villainess tree is up. There are two ornaments coming from Disney. They're 2023 ornaments. One of them is Yzma Kitty on a little bottle of potion from the Emperor's New Groove, and the other one is another Hocus Pocus set of the Sanderson sisters. So yay, new ornaments for my tree. I don't buy myself a lot for Christmas, but the ornaments I used to always get them for Christmas, so now I give them to myself for Christmas. I had the opportunity to make my first amends in my program, which happened Monday night. It was going to happen Saturday. It was going to happen Sunday, then I moved it to Saturday, and then my ex wasn't feeling well, so we just did it Monday. So I spoke with my ex and with his boyfriend. It was a therapeutic conversation. I did speak to my sponsor and some other people in the program, kind of beforehand to get an idea like what I needed to do to make my amends, and to make sure I got out of it what I needed to get out of it, and then what I was supposed to get out of it. And I did. I feel like I got everything that I needed out of it. I got the sense of closure. I was able to I was able to talk about how a lot of the actions were spurred on by, the addiction, and the recipient was very amenable to my amends, and we both kind of had the same goal, to make sure that we can remove any stress from my son's life and be a cohesive cohesive parental unit. So me and my boyfriend and my ex, or me and my fiance and my ex and his, I still don't know what they are, but I'll just say boyfriend. So we're good, we're talking, and they were like, make sure you go tell my son, because I had him this week. And then they said, well, and we'll do the same when we get him back. So I did. I went and had a conversation with my son, and I said, I just want to let you know, I just got off of a phone call with Daddy and his boyfriend, and we are all talking. We are all on the same page. We have forgave and forget, or not forget. We have forgiven. We have put things past us, and we are all working forward as a community for you. And he was like, cool, but as a parent, I'm a little bit more aware. I could see when I was telling him this, a little bit of watering in the base of his eyes, and the slightest little tinge of relief. And for me, that was worth it. Well, I mean, it's worth it for a lot of reasons, but that was great. That really was great. So, completely different subject. My fiance and I have a couple that we play with, and we were invited over to their house to hang out in the hot tub, and with the intent of starting in the hot tub and then ... Well, then we were like, well, we have another couple friend of ours that want to come over, so we're like, okay, we can handle that, okay. And then we get there, and there's another couple coming. Okay, so that's a total of 4 couples. And when everyone got there, and we were all in, the pool, in the hot tub, because it's a heated pool, thank God, things started to, heat up. And there were a bunch of new situations that my fiance and I have not encountered, did not plan for, had not discussed, or made a plan for. And when one of those came up, my fiance was like, and we have a no questions asked policy. You say stop, we stop. You say leave, we leave. You say you're done, we're done. No questions asked, no hard feelings, no problems. He was struggling with some feelings, and I'm not sure if he was still trying to figure out what his feelings were, but inevitably it came to he wanted to be done. So I told him, it's like, no questions asked, but give me a minute for my brain to switch gears. So I did. I let our friends know, I'm like, we're gonna go don't stop for us. Keep going. Just wanted to let you know this turned into a little bit more than we're ready for. So it was great that we were able to see some limitations, and we were able to understand situations that were new that we really hadn't accounted for. And in the moment is not the time to make the decisions if something is okay or not, when you are playing together as a couple. You need to come up and figure out those scenarios beforehand. And if something comes up that makes you uncomfortable, you need to be prepared to stop and to back up and then reflect when you're not in the mindset, because you can make bad decisions when you're in a mindset. As a recovering sex addict, let me tell you, I'm fully aware of that. So, and as a recovering sex addict, I also have to make sure I am very aware of feelings and emotions and what's the word? Not initiative. What's the word? When you have a reason for doing something, the motives. You make sure that they're not. That those are not embedded in anything that I would associate with my addictive personality or addictive behavior, anything that's negative or demeaning, So, and it turned out to be a very long drive home because there were a lot of things we had to discuss and there were a lot of things we had to work out. But the really good thing is 2 out of the 3 couples that were there reached out to us. One was the really good friends we knew, and they were like, you need to understand every couple that starts to open up the relationship to whatever level they're going to do that goes through this. There are moments where you are just in a position where you're overwhelmed, you're done, or you haven't figured something out yet and you don't want to figure it out tonight. And he said, all of us have been there. And then the other couple that reached out to us said the exact same thing. So it was reassuring that, we weren't being dramatic and we weren't drawing attention to ourselves. Like, we did exactly what we should have done. We assessed, we backed out. We assessed, we decided we weren't comfortable, we backed out, and we left. So, speaking of things that make us uncomfortable, so anyway, live and learn for that one. Really good learning opportunity and led to some really good discussions with my fiance and I. There is someone who I have been getting some advances from, and it is very inappropriate for me to get advances from this person based on our history. And the first time it happened, I was very, not gonna happen. And the second time it happened, I was like, I need you to not ever ask me that again, because that is a line I am not gonna cross. So, my fiance is a little irritated, and I'm hoping that that is the end of that situation. And I don't want to have to be any more forceful, because that's really not my style, especially dealing with this person, because I've got experience in dealing with this person. So I'm hoping that I don't have to escalate it further. I'm hoping that it doesn't get escalated further, but I am prepared to handle that if I need to. So wanted to check that in with you guys. Thanksgiving was nice. We went over to my fiance's parents with my son, because we had my son all week, which was awesome for the 25 minutes a day I saw him. I'll get to that in a minute. It was nice, but after we ate, like my future mother-in-law, like, she had all these ideas of fun stuff we were gonna do and things, and we were just all so tired and full. And I mean, turkey tryptophan is real. Look it up if you don't know. And we were done. I was sitting there drawing and falling asleep. I'm like, I just can't. I think my son actually went and slept on grandma's bed. So, I mean, we were beat. And we left. And there were some comments made in a group family chat and on Facebook that really came across as kind of passive aggressive. And because we ended up leaving. And I don't deal well with passive aggressive. And I was gonna I'm not gonna engage. Turns out that was a lie. So I did make a comment, shocker. And of course, then there was some backpedaling and whatnot. But it was frustrating to me because it was such a wonderful time, but because not every box got checked, it was associated with negativity. And that kind of bummed me out because the food was wonderful and the fellowship, being around the family was great. And even my fiance's grandmother was there, and we're not her biggest fan. Vice versa, I think. But it was a good time. But one bad thing can really. I went to open some grapes I had in the fridge the other day, and I got about 6 or 7 grapes in until I grabbed one that was molded. And I almost threw up, and I threw away the entire bag. Because I don't care if that is the only molded grape in that entire bag. The other ones are going to have mold spores on them, and I needed to throw them away. So that whole one bad apple spoils the bunch, it's a legitimate thing. So I really kind of feel like the same way, like one bad, not even bad, just one thing that didn't go a specific way tainted an entire day, and that sucked. So I don't know, it's kind of made me rethink what we want to do for the holidays. So I don't know. That's a lot in a week. Oh man, it was a busy week. My fiance is refacing the fireplace, building us a mantle and a frame. He's doing an amazing job. He continues to impress me with his ability to look up something and draw it out and figure it out and look up some stuff on YouTube or ask his dad or his little brother and poof, make it happen. He's doing it with the stair rail. He's doing it with the fireplace. He just continues to impress me, and he probably always will, and it's a good thing. I'll talk about this. This is something cool. I used to be very uncomfortable with sexy underwear. Shopping for it, talking about it, wearing it, whatever. I always felt a little uncomfortable. And my fiance is very much into sexy underwear. And it took a while. And he said the other day, I'm so glad you have come to terms with the fun that you can have with different underwear, how it makes you look, how it makes you feel, all that kind of stuff, because you were very adverse to it, and now you've kind of really embraced it. And he's like, I don't know what happened, but you've really, really embraced it. And I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about it all day. Like, what really did happen that kind of flipped that switch? And it was when I went to an underwear party with him, the very first one I ever went to. And I was in a jockstrap. And for the first time in my life, someone who I was not dating, had zero interest in dating, had zero interest in dating me, there was no physical whatever, complimented how I looked in the jockstrap. Specifically, they made a comment about one of the things I was probably most self-conscious about. And I think that was it. I think that was the turning point for me, where I'm like, okay, I have now heard it from a neutral source, not someone who's trying to get in my pants. And I talked about it in my vlog when that happened months ago. I think it was the summer. But I think that was really kind of the turning point. And I've gone kind of whole hog. I've completely changed my brand loyalty for underwear, which I've had for a couple of years, and it's really hard for me to change brand loyalty. I'm just one of those people. But I have, and I've upgraded my underwear game, and I am often wearing things that, I mean, they're comfortable, which is critical to me, but they're, they make me feel good. I mean, fuck what anybody thinks I look in them, which, although it was appreciative comment, I felt good in it. I felt sexy in it. I felt confident in it, and they were comfortable. So that was kind of a no-brainer. But really big jump from where I was to where I am now. Of course, being in a very sex-positive relationship, You spend a lot of time naked and or in exotic underwear. Anywho, work has been busy. My embroidery studio this time of year is just insane. As I've been recording this video, I've had 4 orders come in. I've seen them pop up. I'm terrified to see how big they are because I went from being caught up to really, 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 really not being caught up. And I'm already starting to get the questions. Can I get this express order? Can I get this? Can I? No. There's a shipping window. I don't do express shipping. I don't do rush orders. I treat all of my customers equally, and I have to because everything is made to order. I have been in this room all day today doing patches, but the money is good. The other shop is starting to pick up. I was trying to have a little Black Friday sale, and I didn't get the results from it that I was hoping for. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I got to figure that out. But I'm not getting I'm getting the traffic. I'm not getting the orders I was hoping for this shop. And that's my new brand. February, I will have been open a year with this brand. So they say the first 2 years are growing pains, and I get it, but I really want to make my mark. I do have a friend of mine that I've done some work for. It's a trans friend of mine that lives out in Portland, and he has a job working at an adult store, and his boss saw one of the shirts that he was wearing, which was one of my shirts, and he is interested in putting some of my merchandise in his stores. So I'm going to reach out to him this week and see how that's going to work. Not having any inventory on hand, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'll get it figured out. It's a good opportunity if I can make it happen. Okay, I think that is all I have right now because I have to get back to embroideries or patches. So thank you so much for checking in. Thanksgiving week is a week for gratitude. I am very grateful for this vlog. I am very grateful that I started this vlog 4 years ago. I'm very grateful that it pops up on Facebook and I can go back and I can rewatch them and see where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and see how far I've come in my journey. And I'm also thankful that I've had people reach out to me and tell me that there's something that I've said or something that I've gone through that resonated with them and helped them out. And I always love hearing that. Because I do this for me, but if one other person finds it beneficial, then it's worth it. That's gravy. It's Thanksgiving, let's talk about gravy. It's gravy. Check on your friends, ask them what they want for Christmas. It is that time. Shopping season has begun. I am a size large Home Depot gift card, if anyone is asking. Also a size medium Carnival Cruise Line gift card because I do have that coming up at the end of the month, end of December. So check on your friends, check on your family, make sure they're doing okay. I just got off the phone with my mom a few minutes ago. We were talking about the new Disney movie Wish. Absolutely go see that, especially if you're a Disney fan. This was 100% written for the Disney fan. There is a reference in this movie to every single Disney movie that precedes it. I did not catch them all. I did not know there was one from every movie until just a little bit ago. So now I want to go back and rewatch it. I caught a lot of them. There were so many. So go watch it if you haven't. Check on yourself. What do you need? Do you need some self-care? I got a massage this week. That's self-care. I went to the movies this week. That's self-care. I did laundry this week. That's self-care. I do laundry every week. Laundry is never ending, so make sure you're getting what you need. And make sure you're resting when you need to rest. Take the time for you, because no one else is going to. Hey mom, take the time for you, because no one else is going to do it for you. Okay, I love you all. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, they're underway. I will see you guys next week. Bye.